What's up, everybody? It's Pete from the basement, back again to talk to you about a whole bunch of different stuff today. Actually, I'm going to be kind of all over the place today. Right off the bat, Battle for the Cowl 2 came out this week, and our buddy Russell wrote to us on MySpace about a week ago and said, you know, what would happen, what do we think would happen if we took Dick Grayson and Tim Drake out of the equation? Then who do we think would wind up with the Batman cowl? And well, that's a pretty moot question, unfortunately, by this point, because if you read Battle for the Cowl #2, you know that it's pretty much going to be Dick Grayson. Jason Todd was definitely the maniac in the Batman armor shooting people last issue, and this time he manages to put a batarang into Tim Drake's chest, and now he's going after Dick Grayson. So issue 3 should actually be kind of fun. I don't know how cool it's going to be once Nightwing takes over for Batman. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens, but you know what? Can't be any fucking worse than it's been, so whatever. Next, off the bat, Wolverine Weapon X #1 came out this week. I picked up this cover. Not bad, not so bad. You know, do we need another Wolverine book on the market? Probably not. This story actually did interest me. Apparently now there's, you know, a bunch of new Wolverine type guys running around. There's like 5 different guys with claws. You only see, you know, bits and pieces and shadows of them. And Wolverine, at the end of the issue, finds the adamantium baths that he, you know, bathed in when he got the adamantium laced to his skeleton, but now there's like fucking 10 of them. And he's like, what's going on? So, alright, the story was enough to keep me interested, at least for this round. I don't know how much staying power it's got. Yeah, I know they're flooding the market with Wolverine because of the movie coming out in a couple of weeks. So just be mentally prepared for that. I am upset it's not a Max line, though he does take off somebody's hand, which is pretty cool. So there's blood and guts. There's Wolverine just being himself. It is in modern continuity. They are in San Francisco. He is part of the X-Men, so that's not left out. So it's at least one less headache. You know what? I'm still on the fence with it, but like I said, I like this story, so maybe I can recommend this to you. One thing I definitely can recommend to you is the Wolverine movie. Guys, I managed to catch about an hour of it. My buddy's got a really awesome bootleg, and it's been going around New York for a while. Maybe some of you have seen it. Maybe it's also going around out of state. Let me know if you guys have seen it. You know, drop us the usual line. MySpace.com/PetesBasement, questions@PetesBasement.com. Have you seen the Wolverine bootleg running around? You'll know it definitely because a lot of the CGI is not intact yet. In the opening sequence where there's the war going on, and they're jumping from war to war basically, and while the credits are rolling, there was this plane that just kind of flew over his head and slammed into a church, and it was just like pixels, like from the N64 or something, and the credits dipped to the church, and it was just like a little starburst kind of explosion. So, you know, there's a couple of scenes that are not finished. There's one where Ryan Reynolds is running through this just battalion of dudes with guns, and he's like swirling his swords around and shit, shooting bullets everywhere, deflecting bullets, cutting bullets in half and shit. And then there's a scene at the end where he jumps up and stabs these 2 dudes with his katanas, and you still see the strings, you know, hanging from his back. So, like I said, it's unedited, but the hour that I saw of it, and I only did watch an hour because I didn't want to ruin the whole movie for myself. I just kind of wanted to put it through a little test run, and what I saw I liked. It seems really good. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the new Wolverine movie. Last book I want to talk to you guys about this week is War of Kings Ascension, #1 of 4. This is picking up exactly where Darkhawk #2 left off. Basically, we find out now that the Darkhawks are essentially... let me draw a comparison. If the Nova Corps is the Green Lantern Corps of the Marvel Universe, basically, they're the cops. These sons of bitches are the Black Ops motherfuckers. These guys are doing all the dirty, underhanded work, assassinations, kidnappings, and Darkhawk himself comes to the realization, like, whoa, we're the bad guys? And when he finally gets, you know, control of the Darkhawk armor, this guy Talon, the other Darkhawk, basically turns against him to resurrect his long-dead friend who... I guess his memory or something is contained within the Darkhawk crystal. I don't know. But that was the end of this story. And, you know, now there's 2 evil Darkhawks running around. And I'm going to stick around because I like the character and I want to see where they're going with it. And War of Kings is an awesome story, so you definitely should be reading that. But, yeah, that's about it. Darkhawk's the bad guys. So, let's see what goes on there. That about takes me out of comics for now, but being that this is technically the Easter episode, I want to run over some things with you guys. It's a book called The Book of Bunny Suicides and the Return of the Bunny Suicides by Andy Riley. Basically, it's just a bunch of cartoon bunnies finding different and amusing ways to kill themselves. Guys, excuse me, this book and its sister book are absolutely hysterical. I had a lot of fun going through this. Andy Riley is absolutely a comedic genius. I highly suggest you pick these up. You can find them on Amazon. Maybe you can find them at your local comic shop. You can definitely get them on eBay. Cover price is $10, so Amazon will probably run you about $15 for the whole shebang. Definitely pick these up. Bunny Suicides in honor of Easter. Another thing I want to go over with you guys. Do you guys watch this show, The Big Bang Theory? Because if you don't, you really need to. What you got here are a bunch of 4 comic book nerds who are also like nuclear physicists, and they live next door to this cute blonde girl, and the hilarity ensues. It's on Channel 2 at 8 o'clock here in New York. I don't know when it's on and where it's on for you guys, but you should definitely check this out. I picked up the complete first season today, and I fucking love this show. I got my friend into this show. My dad got me into this show. I highly recommend it for you guys. There's a scene where for Halloween they all want to go as the Flash, but then they agreed that nobody's going to go as the Flash. And check out the picture on the screen. Well, you can imagine what kind of stupidity happens after this. Good show, guys. 2 more things I want to go over with you real quick. Check out this little doohickey I picked up off of eBay. It's from the Upper Deck baseball card collection, A Piece of Hollywood. This is the authentic swath of Superman's cape from Superman 3. I know, the sucky one, but what can you do? It's still a piece of Superman's cape, worn by Christopher Reeves in the 1983 film. I thought this was pretty cool. Picked it up for about $10. When these first came out, these came out last year, this Piece of Hollywood collection, and they were about $25. I managed to get it for $13 shipped this time around, so that was really cool. Happy I had that. I have a little frame, and we'll put that up somewhere around here. Finally, speaking of things, I picked this up last week, and I'll show you guys. This is the Sideshow Masterpiece Edition of Snake Eyes. This is a must for any true G.I. Joe fan. Forget the dumb shit that's coming out with the movie. It looks horrible. The toys look horrible. Cobra Commander, don't even fucking get me started. It's a goddamn metal mask with tubes coming out of it. Have you seen these toys? They're shit. And that can only mean the characters are probably going to look like shit, too. Except for Snake Eyes here. But, yeah, don't even get me started on that. Let's end this on a high note. This fucking toy is awesome. It comes with, like, 1,000 different things. He's got 2 different swords that he can wear around his neck. All of these pouches open up. He's got all kinds of crazy little doohickeys in here, like flash grenades. And, he's got regular grenades on this side. He's got ammo pouches that come with extra magazines for the guns, and the guns are even reloadable. They come apart. Check it out. You can load up the magazine in there. It's got a little laser scope that actually comes off. It's got a silencer that you can screw on. Keep in mind, guys, this toy is fully posable. You know, you don't got to just stand him up like that. You can have him posed in whatever way you want. It comes with an Uzi, with a silencer on the Uzi. This magazine is also interchangeable. Guys, this is by far the perfect Snake Eyes toy. I just snapped off the back of it, but that's okay. It goes right back on. You guys really owe it to yourselves to pick this up. I'm really happy I did. You can get it for about 120 bucks off of Sideshow.com. Well worth it for the true G.I. Joe fan in all of us. Well, that about does it, guys. Let's see what the rest of the boys have to review for you this week, and I promise we will all be back next week for a round table. Catch you then. Take it easy.